everybody. Hi. Well, what a surprise. I have some time right now, right before going to bed. So I said, why not do a bit of crochet? I haven't updated you for a while now. So let's take this opportunity and show you how big is the blanket. So if you remember, I was crocheting on this chevron stitch blanket for my friend Corina, and let's show you how big it is. So it starts here, and it's quite big. I have done already a second repeat of the colors. So I started with light, like buttery yellow, darker yellow, some lemony yellow, some pink or like purple, and some burgundy. So these are my colors. So I repeated them, and now I'm starting the third repeat. I'm actually quite proud of the fact that when I started this blanket and I noticed the mistake, I was wise enough to stop and start again. And as you can tell, this time the side is quite nice. It has the same number of stitches, and the same happens for the second side. I'm thinking to also do a single crochet, a row of single crochet, just to tie it nicely. As you can tell, I have some loose ends over here. Oh, hi Shetika. Hello, how are you? As you can tell, my blanket is growing, and to tell you the truth, I have taken the blanket to work, even though I am working with the same person for which I'm making the blanket. I mumbled some, she asked me, oh, what are you working on? And I mumbled some excuse, and I said, oh, something, something new. And I put the blanket in a tote bag, and I was just working on the, I was pulling a little bit outside from the tote bag, and I was working on this like small part so that she doesn't see it. But after it became this long, like if I fold it, it doesn't fit in a tote bag anymore. Like it's way too big. So I decided to just work whilst I'm at home. And this is why right now it's time to crochet on this blanket. And by the way, the person that I'm crocheting this blanket for loves the color yellow. She loves yellow and she loves green. So I said, why not throw in all the possible shades of yellow that I have, plus some, burgundy and purple or pink for contrast. So this is what I have. And by the way, I don't know if you care or not, but I changed my nail color from pink. It used to be pastel pink, now to purple. So you have, guys, you have now the full updates. Cindy says you are so fast, lovely. Thank you so much, Cindy. Actually, this past weekend, it was my birthday. So I got to do whatever I wanted. And that meant relaxing, eating, crocheting. I did a bit of knitting, but mostly crochet because I checked the calendar and my friend's birthday is on the 8th of April. So I have limited time. By the way, that's my dog over there. He chewed on some piece of wood. So now I have, it's not wood. It's like at the top of the champagne, like cork wood. So don't mind the wood. So once I checked the calendar and I saw that I only have a few weeks until my friend's birthday, I said, okay, I need to put everything else on the side, and I started this blanket. And as you know, I already started the second time because of the issues with the sides. But I hope that now it's not a problem. I will have to do a one row of single crochet just to tie these. As you can tell, this is the side where I switch between colors, and I have a knot here and there. That's okay, it's not a big deal. So now I am starting the third repeat of the colors. I'm starting with this buttery creamy color. And usually I make 4 rows, but for burgundy, wait, did I make 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For burgundy, I decided to go with 5 so that I can actually see a bit of contrast, you know? Hold on. There it is. I love it so much. I'm afraid that once I will finish this blanket, I'll feel a little bit jealous because look, it has a little bit of sparkle and it has beautiful contrast. I will be a little bit jealous and I will want to keep it for myself. But I keep reminding myself I can always crochet a blanket for myself. But my friend only has a birthday one time per year. And my friend is really, really crochet worthy. Everything that I gifted her, she wore it with so much pride and she told everybody, oh, this is made by Christine and she made it with her own hands. And as you can tell, I already have a crochet blanket. I mean, it's not as colorful as this one, but I already have one, so I should not even focus on keeping it. So I should focus on finish it and gifting it. So now you might wonder how, so it is, I think one and a half, no, 120 centimeters wide, maybe 110. I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to measure it. But you might ask how, wait, this is wide and this is length. Anyways, you know what I mean, right? How long will it be? Well, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. It depends on the yarn. That's my yarn collection over there. And as you can see, I already have multiple empty shelves thanks to this blanket. I do have this skein of cream. I have some yellow over there and all the others are in a bag. So as long as I have yarn, maybe 2 more repeats of the color, because my ambition is not to make it a huge blanket like this one on my bed. My desire is to make a lap blanket, you know, like a couch, like a armoire blanket. So I think even if it's only 4 repeats, I think it's going to be nice. And one more detail, the stitch I am using is half double crochet. It is the one where you take a yarn, so you have one stitch on your crochet. Hold on, it doesn't focus. You have one stitch on your crochet, you take a yarn over, and then you pull through the thing, you pull one, and you have 3 chains on your crochet, and then you pull through all 3. So this means that the blanket, it is quite thick. And when I was doing, when I started it the second time, I was wondering, oh man, maybe I should not use this stitch because it eats up a lot of yarn. It is heavy, but it doesn't stretch as much as a regular crochet stitch. But to tell you the truth, I've never used this stitch. The other blanket that I made, it's a full-on stitch, you know, the one that you, it's not a half double, it's a double. So this means that you pull through 2 and then other 2. So I have one of blankets like this. I've made one with simple double crochet, but I've never crocheted with a half double. That's why I said I want to do it. So I'm doing it. I could choose, for example, right now I'm doing the 3rd repeat of the colors. So I could choose to do 1 or 2 repeats of the colors with another stitch. I could choose to do a double, a clean double stitch. I don't know. But I want to be consistent. I want to try and you know, do the entire project with the same stitch for consistency's sake. Okay, so this is the updates from my side. Please tell me what is the situation in your case. What are you working on? What are you crafting? Are you crocheting? Are you knitting? What is up with you? Hold on, I think I need to switch on my light. Yes, that's better. And I think I need to secure my phone because my phone is about to fall into my lap. Yes, you guys, I am so much better. Hands free. Look, mom, hands free. I no longer need to hold the phone. So let's twist my rings. By the way, I bought this ring. Hold on. I bought this ring in the shape of a cat and I paid 50 cents for it. And look, it's already all damaged and oxidized, so it doesn't hold the silver color too much. This is gold, white gold with some crystals, so this holds much better. And this is another cheap metal, and it oxidized and it looks dirty, but okay, never mind. But look, mom, I'm hands-free. So why not we do a bit of crochet together? I have my trusty crochet 3.5. I don't know if this is the size or some sort of code because it is quite small. Every time I show people, they tell me that it is such a small hook. Hold on, I don't know if I can. Yep. So I don't know if 3.5 is the size or is in millimeters, but it is quite small. So let's do a crochet sesh with me whilst you guys, whilst you ladies and gentlemen, write what are you crafting on today. I want to see where have I left it. So this is the beginning of the row. And actually, I never timed myself to see how much time do I need to complete one row. But maybe we can do that together. So now I'm at the point where I completed 20 stitches. This is how many stitches I do consistently. And by the way, every time I have to stop and count, I am still unable to read my own crochet and to understand visually where I need to stop. Sometimes I think I need to stop here. Sometimes I think I need to stop here. So it's not clear for me yet. Hopefully. Well, I've only completed 2 rounds of colors and I'm starting the third. So I hope that by the end of the blanket, I might already understand my own crochet. So I did 20 stitches, actually 18 plus 2 in this little cable circle right here. So, and now I have to count, I have to skip 4 of these stitches. So yarn over, hold on, yarn over, and we dig into number 4 through the back loop. So we create this interesting, I don't know if you can see it, we create this interesting pattern type. Yep. Yeah, this is better. So we create this interesting horizontal line. And this is how the half double crochet stitch looks like. I have 3 chains, 3 stitches, and then I pull through all 3. This is the half double. Well, I'm not sure if that's how everybody calls it. I discovered it watching Passionate Kelsey. I was watching one of her many wonderful tutorials. Actually, I think I was watching the I think it was a bandana, but I know she uses this stitch in many of her projects. So I was watching one of her tutorial, and for me this stitch was a new thing, because usually what I do is if I have the 3 loops, I do 2 and 2. This is my, I thought that everybody was doing only this method. So when I saw that she is pulling through all 3, I thought, oh my God, that is so much faster and less twisting of the arm, less movement. So this means that I am not getting tired as fast and as much. And this allowed me to have so much progress actually in only, how long has it been? I think it has been I started working on the first blanket and I worked on it for like 3, 4 days. And then for about 10 days, I managed to do this much. So let's count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. We are on a good spot because the next two will go through this loop. And then we're going to chain 3. If you're curious about this pattern, you can search on internet the chevron stitch crochet blanket and you will find so many wonderful tutorials. And personally, I also follow the tutorial and I learned how to do it. And ever since I did, I am in love with this sort of a thing. And I'm not sure if my friend will like it. She saw what I was working on because the top part of the blanket was peeking through the tote bag, but she's gonna get it. I don't know if she's gonna like it, but this is what she's getting for her birthday. Okay. Oh, hi James. Hello. How are you, James? By the way, it is not even 9 o'clock and I'm in bed. I don't know what has happened today. I walked 10 kilometers from the city center all the way to my home. And then I left my bag and I took out the dog. And then I met my neighbor and we went for a long walk with our dogs, just to catch up in life. And then after I arrived home, I pressed on this and it showed 15,000 steps. Hold on, is it? Yeah. I don't know if it's 10K, but it's 15,000 steps, which is better than I usually do. I usually only make 10,000. And I'm not even down for bed yet. I think I'll have to do another trip outside because my dog was showing me signs of him wanting to go again to the toilet outside. So I might add one more 1,000 steps to my daily count. And I hope I'll do the same tomorrow just to continue my weight loss journey. I have to tell you the truth, it is quite difficult at work. During the coffee breaks, we have cookies and we have pretzels and we have, thank God, I already tasted all those cookies and pretzels and they're not even that good. So like it's not a hunger. My cravings were calmed down because of the fact that I've tasted everything before and they're not even that good. So I'm able to control myself. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. So I'm not stuffing my face with cookies or croissants or pretzels anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4. As a part of my weight loss journey. And another important part, so eating or avoiding these unhealthy, sugary foods is the first step. Second, is to do at least 10 kilometers per day. Hold on, I want to check how much is 10 kilometers for my friends in the United States. Hold on. Convert 10 km to miles. Okay. So 10 kilometers, it is 6.2 miles. So that's my goal every day. And to tell you the truth, some days I meet and over surpass it. Other days I am crawling to my knees and barely can make it to 7 or 8 kilometers because I have very little energy because I'm trying to eat only like legumes and stuff. But what it's important is not to give up. I gave up bread already and other flour, basically everything that contains flour like pasta or noodles. So as an effort to have that, calorie deficiency. And so far, so good. I did make an exception for my birthday. I invited my family members to go to a birthday dinner with me, and we had Georgian food, not from the United States, but from the country of Georgia, which is in Central Asia. And the food was absolutely finger licking. Finger licking. I could not. I was just like I was ready to eat the napkin. It was so delicious. And I think it was because of the spices. So on my birthday I could not control myself. I did eat. I had a khachapuri. I had the dumpling thingy. Basically, everything I tasted was incredible. But immediately the next day, I sort of regretted it because I gained a little bit of the weight. But I came back to my legumes, to the beet soup, and so far so good. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. And by the way, my birthday was this Sunday, so and today is Wednesday. So imagine, I think I'm still recovering. I have not lost any weight. I've checked my weight every morning, so I have not lost, but thank God I have not gained anything. So, eating. And by the way, here in Moldova, by the way, hello everybody. I don't know if you heard about my country, Moldova. Here in Moldova, we eat a lot of seasonal things. And hold on. How do we call this seasonal plant which we now collect and eat? It's called. It is green and it's prickly. Hold on. I should know this name in English. It's green. It looks like mint, but is very prickly. And it's called this. Urtica dioica. I don't know. It's called a common nettle, burn nettle, stinging nettle, or nettle leaf, or just a nettle or stinger. This is the one. So during the spring we collect it. It's very beautiful, and it's like it doesn't look like this. This one is in bloom. It's already an adult plant. But the one that we collect right now, it's like this. It looks like this. So beautiful, and so it looks so fresh and so appetizing. So much that my mom collected I think 5 casseroles of this stinging needles. Yeah, the stinging plant. And we boiled it, and it went into the refrigerator so that I can continue my weight loss journey by eating every dinner a portion of this stinging needle. Wait, how do people pronounce it? In the past, there used to be like a button here that would tell you how to pronounce the thingy. You know what I mean. Stinging needle, nettle leaf. Basically, a mint-looking plant that is very, very stinging. So now I have, and to tell you the truth, this evening for dinner, I could not stop myself at one portion, and I had 2 portions, but that's okay. It's only greenery with a little bit of balsamic oil, balsamic vinegar, and I devoured 2 portions of this plant. Basically, I steamed it and I added a little bit of balsamic vinegar. And in order to lose weight, I should have only had 1 portion, but I'm not trying to starve myself. And if I find something super delicious, especially if it's greenery, I'm just gonna eat it. I'm not gonna. For example, yesterday for dinner, I had 5 giant apples, and I should have stopped at 2, but I was so enjoying myself munching on the apples that I just had 5. And I think that's why I didn't have any weight loss this morning, but that's okay. If tomorrow morning, if I don't have any weight loss tomorrow morning, then I'll start to worry. Because my weekly goal is to try to lose 1 kilogram per week. Sometimes it's okay, I can do it. Most often, I can only shed 500 grams. But at the same time, I don't want to push myself to the extreme. So, because I'm a foodie. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. If I happen to find some wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3. If we happen to have at work at the lunch break some delicious red beet soup or borscht as we call it, I'm just gonna devour 2 portions because it's just beets and water and onions and stuff. How is your day going? Please let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna blob on forever and this is going to annoy you. So I'm trying to take a break and let's give you the chance to write something. And the more I talk, the less I crochet. So in order to do good progress on this blanket, I need to shut the pie hole, as the film goes. By the way, I find the expression shut the pie hole so funny, so much that I always say it to myself. I mean, I don't tell it to people, but to myself, I always say, oh my God, Christian, shut the pie hole. And I think it came from South Park. Shut the pie. And also, I love other expressions that mean the same thing. Shut the pie hole. Shut the beak. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Let's do 2 in this chain loopy. One thing I really regret, there's a lot of cat hair in this blanket. And the more I notice, the more I am worried. What am I going to do? How can I remove all this hair? Maybe when I'll wet block it, I will put a microfiber piece of cloth in the washing machine with it. Maybe that will help. Obviously, I can roll, I can use the sticky roller, but I don't know if it will help. The fur, the animal fur seems to not only sit on top, you see, but it's sort of like, it's really sticky because the yarn is not, the yarn has a little bit of fluff to it. Oh, I hate it. Cindy says 500 grams is still very good. I am doing laundry. Oh, Cindy, you are multitasking. I love it. It is much more fun to do it with you. Then I'll get back to doing my knitted lenten lap blanket. I'm happy to hear that. Now I'm curious, what is a lenten lap blanket? Hold on. Lenten lap blanket. I'm always curious about blankets. Oh my God, is it this one? Checkered. But why is it lenten? Yeah, lenten. I wrote as you wrote. Lenten lap blanket. Hold on, let me press on images. Oh my God, I love it. Is your lenten lap blanket also purple? Majority purple? I saw a video today with the most beautiful blanket that I've ever seen in my entire life. And it was crochet. It was, how's it called? It was, hold on. Mosaic crochet, where you I don't even know how that person does it. Hold on, let me see if it's correct. Mosaic crochet, or was it the other type? Mosaic crochet blanket. Yes, something like that. Oh my God, I think that this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. And that blanket was sort of like this. Guys, I need to learn mosaic crochet. Like, what? What? Can I do with this? Can I do with my own hands? This is tribalista blanket pattern. Let me see. This looks unreal and it looks so chunky and heavy. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can look at this. Look at this. What? These are the most beautiful. It doesn't even look like crochet. It looks like some wonderful, magical. Look, this is unreal to me. Like, I need to finish these 5 projects. What? So, right now I have 5 projects on the needles. And my goal was to finish 5 projects, and after these 5 projects, I can buy more yarn. By the way, Cindy, hold on. My yarn collection is decreasing. Look at these empty shelves over here. We need to go yarn shopping, you guys. So my goal was, after I came from Turkey with 6 skeins of yarn. I only bought 6, so I did show self-restraint. But still, I said, okay, I need to finish a few projects and then I'll be able to buy more yarn. So I have 5 current whips. I have this crochet blanket, but this is an emergency because I need to finish it to give it to my friend as a gift. But still, it's on my list. So I have this chevron stitch blanket. I have a second crochet project, which is also chevron, but with really fine wool, one color, blue, and I'm crocheting a skirt for myself. A skirt in the style of Diana von Fürstenberg, which means side on side, like folded. You know, if this would be my waist, hold on, I don't even see. Am I in the frame? If this is my waist, then the skirt goes side on top of it, on top of the side. So if you gain a little bit of weight around the waist, it's not a problem. You can just like move the button or something like that. I love that idea. The first time I heard about Diana von Fürstenberg and how she invented the folded dress and the folded skirt, I said, this is genius. So I started a skirt back in September. I was running out of yarn. I had to order yarn from Romania. Anyways, so that's my second project. My third project is the Horshaven sweater. Hold on, I'll show you. Wait, is it core? Is it with an H? Core? Something like that, but I'm making it in pink. And now I blocked it because I arrived at the split 4 sleeves and I'm not sure if I should split 4 sleeves or if I should continue knitting 1 or 2 rows or pattern repeats, because I've never worked with that yarn. That yarn came from my mom. It's a combination of wool and acrylic, I think. So I needed to see how long it's stretched. So it's blocking now. And then my fourth project, hold on, blanket skirt Korshaven. My fourth project is a sweater that I'm knitting with sock yarn, obviously because it's sock yarn. I'm making very little progress. In fact, I'm taking it now to work because the blanket is too big. And what is my fifth? Wait, what's my fifth? Oh my God, you guys, I think I don't have a fifth project. I think I have to start a fifth project. Hold on. Crochet the skirt. The Horshaven. What's... Okay, I'm having like a mental freeze right now. I don't remember what's my fifth project. It might have been another sweater. I'm looking at it right now. Maybe that's my fifth. You guys, I don't know. I'm so confused. That's why I don't do multiple projects. I forget about them. And then when I remember, I'm like, oh my God, it was right here under my nose. So let's count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay, it's time to skip 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. What's my fifth project, y'all? Extraordinaire. Maybe I need to start a fifth. No, it's the sweater. It's the sweater that was started in November of last year, and then I didn't like it how it looked, so I ordered more yarn. Basically, it's a whole mess. That could be my fifth project, or I could ignore that one because it's froze. It's in my mind. I'm not currently working on it, so it's not a whip. So it turns out I only have 4 projects, guys. I might have to start a fifth project. Oh, it might have been 5 with the second blanket because I started this blanket 2 times and I said, oh, I'm just gonna leave that one as a whip and then finish it for me. And this will be my fifth project. Yes, that was my thinking a few days ago. So I have another blanket which I started in the same colors, and the idea would be to just leave it for me as a whip and finish it and use it me as a blanket. Me. Because I really love this pattern of ripple and ridges, of the chevron thingy. So I do have 5 whips. Okay. I have multiple whips actually, but they're just in my mind. I'm not actively working on them. My God. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Let me do one more. 18, and then 2 into the loop. 2, 3. 2 into the other part of the loop. And we start with 18 more through the back loop. Wait, am I in the back loop? What is happening to me? I wasn't in the back loop. You see, I'm rushing. This is the front and this is the back. So I need to go through the back loop. I need to twist it a little bit harder. And why I go through the back loop, you might ask? Because I like this line that is created right here. Can you see it? It's gorgeous. I mean, I've crocheted a long time, but I had no idea that such a beautiful pattern can be created with crochet. I love it. Okay, so you guys, I've been alive for about 30 minutes, and look, I have still not finished one row, which makes me think that it's gonna take me so much time to finish this blanket. I'm starting to worry. But it might also be because I'm talking. Yeah. I would love to time myself. Maybe that will be a goal for tonight, right before bed, to start the timer and to see how long it takes. When I was working on this blanket that you see right now on the top part of the screen, the blue-green one, it took me about 19 minutes to finish one row. And I used the same crochet hook, this one, the 3.5, and I used, I think, DK weight yarn. I used up all the leftover and skeins of yarn that I didn't really like, especially green. I don't like green colors on me. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And you might ask, 1, 2, 3, 4. You might ask, if you don't like green colors, why did you add green into the blanket? Well, this blanket is a gift for my brother, and he has not taken the gift yet. I specifically chose green, blue, a little bit of, I don't know, what is this, purple, a little bit of black, navy, white. And this blanket was made by me, was crocheted by me as a gift for my brother, and I have not given it to him yet. He lives in another village. I live in a city, so I have not been to his place yet, but I will. I will. Okay, Cindy says the knit along is from Victoria Methodist Church. My blanket is in cream with 129 stitches. Wow! All one color? That's incredible. Congrats on your self-control on not buying everything. I have that problem. Thank you so much, Cindy. If I would have been by myself, I would have filled my luggage with yarn. But fortunately, the trip to Istanbul was for my mother. She always wanted to visit that city because she watched, I don't know, some documentary movie about the. Wait, he's not a king. Turkey had. Suleiman. Turkey had their own type of ruler, which was like a king, but he was called a Suleiman Pasha. So my mom watched a lot of documentaries. She's fascinated by that time in history. So I booked the trip to Istanbul mainly for my mom, and she joined me at the market. So my mom is such a frugal person. She said, why do you need this yarn for? And then I realized that I actually do not need that much yarn. I did buy 6 skeins of yarn because it was this beautiful magenta Angora wool, and another the sixth skein. It was a like a gradient of pink and other colors, which are also very close to pink. 4, 6, 8. 18. It's time to do 2 loops, 2 stitches in the loop. 2, 3. Okay. And I need to do 18 more. And you guys, I'm at the end of the row. I'm so excited. Whew. That took a while. There's no way it takes me 30 minutes to do a row. There's no way. It can be. It was just because I was talking and checking the internet. It has to be. It's impossible otherwise. If it takes me 30 minutes to do a row, I will not finish this blanket by the 8th of April, which is my goal and is my deadline. I have to finish it. Incredible. I can't believe it. 30 minutes. And it might be because of my crochet hook. Look, it's just a piece of metal, right? It's very slippery for me. I always drop it. And if I'm not crocheting, I lose the crochet hook. It falls easily. So maybe I need a crochet hook with a handle, you know, with one of those silicone handle thingies. Maybe that will help me crochet faster. Who knows? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 1, 2, 3, go through the 4th. Okay, my cat is here. Great. I was just talking about the fact that there's so much animal fur on this blanket, and I don't know how to clean it and extract it. So 2, 4. So I'm at the end of the row. Here I need to make sure that every time I make 10 stitches. Sometimes that means to make doubles in the same stitch. I don't know why, don't ask me. I don't understand the logic of having to add stitches, and then when I add on top of these stitches, I still have to add one more. I don't understand. Where are all these stitches going? Hold on, let me take my tablet. My cat is messing up my I'm joking. She's not messing up anything. She's great. She's great. I'm the worst. Okay. So I don't know why, but I always have to increase. So now I already have a routine. I do 4, then in the 4th I make a double, then here 1, and then a double. I mean like 2 in the same stitches, and then 1 9th, and this is 10th. And if I count them, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It works every time. Don't ask me why I have to do that. And don't ask me why every time I start a new row, I have to do another increase. I do not know. I don't understand. But I do it so that I have an equal amount of stitches every single time. So I have 4, a double, 5. Great, more cat hair. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And as you can tell, I'm right at the right place, and I need to skip 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So for that reason, I had to increase 2 times. I had to do 2 in 1 in this row, and on the top, I had to increase with 1. I don't know why. I don't understand it. Like, where are the stitches going away? Why? I don't know. I'm guessing because I'm skipping these ones, that's why I need to add some here, but I don't know. I'm glad I found this trick in the tutorial that I found online. I googled why my chevron stitch blanket is growing at the border. So this lady said, make sure to maintain the same amount of stitches. Sometimes you might have to skip, other times you might have to add. So in my case, I constantly need to add. I don't know why. You guys, you gotta see this. My cat who doesn't love my dog. Oh, I messed it up. Okay, never mind. I paid too much attention to them. So my cat, who always teases my dog, was sitting and hanging out right next to my dog. But I gave it too much attention, and now I scared my cat away. That's okay. That is okay, because now she went into her basket, and now she's chilling in her safe basket far away from my dog, which has a tendency sometimes to turn around and bite, or like attempt to bite or show his teeth. So it's for the best that they're not right next to each other. Hold on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I need to do 2 more. 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3. I chain 3, and then we continue with 2 in this loop to doop. And let's continue with 18, and this is where I will leave you. I think it's time to let you go, guys. It is 9:30 almost. It's 9:30 here in Chisinau, Moldova. Time to get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow I am working on a conference. Basically, hold on, this will be, I tell this story and then I let you go. So I work as a conference interpreter or a translator. I do both written translation and vocal or verbal interpretation. So I had the honor and the luck and the privilege and the wonderful opportunity to be chosen for a long term training course, which started on Monday and will continue until the 2nd of April. That is wonderful. When I am invited to such long term events, first of all, it's a bigger pay for me. And then I am already used to the subject, I'm used to the trainer. There is a synergy between us, the interpreters, and them, the trainers team. So it's incredible. So I'm so privileged to be invited to be part of the interpreters team or translators team this time. It's incredible. So it is a training, which means that they have coffee breaks to allow for people to, take a break, breathe in, eat something sweet, help their brain absorb or arrange the information on their mental shelves and everything. So during the coffee break, what do you think I do? I crochet or I knit. It depends. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So first 2 days, I took this blanket to work. 2, 3, 4. I didn't do like huge progress. I remember I did the pink one time, and then the next day I did the burgundy. But then I was working at night also, and it became so big that it was way too much for me to take at work. So today I took my other whip, which is a sweater that I'm knitting bottom up from sock yarn. So no matter how fast I work on that sweater, I feel like I'm making no progress because I'm knitting it on 2.5 millimeter needles with sock yarn, which is fairly thin. So I'm thinking for tomorrow, I'm thinking to block that sweater because I'm curious if it will stretch, if I have arrived at the underarms, if I can split for sleeves or not. So I'm going to block it tonight, and tomorrow I'm going to take the blue yarn and I'm going to cast on the first sleeve. And this will be the first time when I do this, hold on, when I do the sleeve from this part up. Usually what I do is I knit, I pick up stitches from the shoulder. There's usually like a shoulder opening or ribbing or whatever. And I cast on stitches from there and I go towards my wrists. But this sweater, it will be the first one where I will cast on here. I don't know how many stitches though. You see, that's also a challenge. Usually I make like 60, 50, 60 stitches wide. So that will be a challenge to understand with sock yarn how much I need to cast on. But basically, I want to cast it on from here and then do increases all the way to the underarm. So I think that will be my project for tomorrow because now the sweater will be blocking and in the meantime, I can start working on the sleeves. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and then 2 in this loop. 1, 2, 3. Two, and then now I can do 18. Oh my god, I'm getting kind of tired, you guys. So let's finish this round of 18 stitches. I told you my story with the privilege of being part of such a long-term training course. We are interpreting from English to Romanian and from Romanian to English. Sometimes some of the participants are speaking in Russian. And thus far, I heavily leaned on my colleague for her to interpret from Russian into English and vice versa, because my Russian is so weak. I know very limited Russian, and in the rhythm of things, in the rhythm of a training, whilst I'm thinking in two languages, throwing a bit of Russian in the mix is just like throwing a axe into my head. I don't know why. I think I just need to work on myself, to create that skill in my mind where if somebody is throwing me a few phrases in Russian, it's okay. But I'm not there yet. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 14, 16, 18, 20. Because I think in English and in Romanian, 1, 2, 3, and the fourth, unfortunately, I cannot think in Russian. Every time I try, I fail. But I think just like any other skill, I just need to practice. And I did my best already at a few conferences where I listened to full speeches in Russian, and I translated from Russian to English. I interpreted because for the life of me, I could not in my mind find the equivalent that fast. So I was just, interpreting, just conveying the main idea. What do we think? Looks good? Okay. Shall I wait until it's 1 hour? Yes, let's do that, because it bothers me so much if I stop the video at, I don't know, 53, 57. For me, it has to be a round number because I feel so much better. Like, I spent 1 hour, I'm not lying when I tell people, oh, I went live and I crocheted and talked for 1 hour with some kind people. But if it's 53, then I feel like it was less than an hour. Ah, silly me. This gives me some more time to continue with my progress. So, 1, 2, 3. This is my third row, which is wonderful news. I only need to make one more and then I can switch to the next color, which will be this yolky yellow combined with white. So it's going to be a thread of yellow and a thread of white. Yep. Love it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. And then this means 2 more into this loop or circle. And then chain 3, 2, 3. And then once more, 2, half double stitches. And then we go through the back loop for the next 18. Let's see if I can finish at least this segment in 1 minute. Maybe 1.5 minutes. Once I said it, I need to finish this segment in 1 minute. All of a sudden, I can't find the stitches visually. I'm dropping the yarn. Almost there. Hold on, I think we are there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. You guys, we made it in 1 minute. So it's not unrealistic. 1, 2, 3, and into the 4. I should keep these stitches tighter. Look at these long ass loops and loose stitches. I don't like it. Well, it maybe they look a little bit loose because I keep on pulling from one side to the other. So that might be the explanation for these loose stitches. I crochet really tight. So I don't understand why are they loose. It might be because there's a lot of pulling from the other two sides. I don't know. But anyways, we made it, you guys. We crocheted. Hold on, let me put my crochet right here so that I don't lose it. Mom, both hands. So thank you so much for spending this time with me. Let me show you my beautiful cat. Hold on. She's safely into her basket. She listened to me for a while and then she just like tucked her nose inside and she is, meeting her dreaming goals. So thank you so much for spending this time with me. I really appreciate it. Everyone around me is asleep. My dog is asleep. My cat is asleep. And I am slowly sleeping as well, even though it's only 9:40. But thank you so much for spending this time with me. And I'll meet you next time. Give this blanket a like. And let's meet each other next time. Hopefully with much more progress. Bye bye.